Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
All right, so yesterday, yes, there was an emergency practice done. Oh, we got RBF Fred. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. So before I get into anything, we're going to talk about the injury report. Graham Glasgow, no practice. Kirby Joseph, no practice with his knee. Khalif Raymond, no practice with an ankle injury from the game. And Brock Wright, with a neck injury, no practice. Now, some of those could be just a rest day for vets, and they have to list something, but who knows? Kerryon Arnold returned to limited practice. Brian Branch is doing limited practice. Taylor Decker limited. Tate Ratliff limited. Sailors limited. Panay Sewell limited. Isaac Tesla limited. And Theoni Baki limited. Marcus Davenport, Miles Frazier, and Josh Pascal full practice. Those were the big things. But on to PFF, because that's what I do on Tuesdays. It's PFF Tuesday. We look at the PFF grade. Do we want to look at the bottom, the worst, or the best? Because I know who the best should be, but somehow he got second on offense. I'm going to go bottom. Bottom defense. Brian Branch, Amik Robertson, DJ Reed, Derek Burns, and Alex Angelo. I think so too, but it could be just a rest day for him. DJ Reed, I get it. He has rust coming back from injury. Brian Branch, he looked awful at moments. Had that bad penalty. Angelo made up for it, but missed a few tackles early. And Derek Burns, when he whiffed on that tackle, which I'll admit, Jameis Winston gave him a good stiff arm, but that's why he scored a touchdown. Bottom offense. Very bottom, look there. Graham Glasgow, Jamison Williams, 3 targets, 0 catches. Isaac Tesla did good run blocking, but when he got targeted, it was missed. Dan Skipper and Brock Wright. Now to the goods. Once again, Jack Campbell ranks atop, then Aleem McNeil, Thomas Harper, Tyler Lacey, and Roy Lopez. On offense, I'm on Ross St. Brown. Despite the 3 misses early, he ended up with 9 receptions. Jahmyr Gibbs with 11 of 12 receptions, 15 carries for 219 yards, 45 yards receiving, 2 tutties on the ground, and one receiving. Panay Sewell, Jared Goff, Taylor Decker. Those are PFF grades, not QBRs, not any of that. But our tackles ranked in the top 5 for a change. Like the way we're used to seeing on the team. It's good to see offensive players at the top. And the Giants lost that game as much as we wanted on overtime. Let's face it. But just for you, RBF Fred. Overall, I thought it was a good game, not a great game. We had some adversity early. We came back. We got it close at halftime. We kept it close the entire game. It started to get away in the fourth at the end of the third quarter when they went ahead by 10 points. But it's the Giants defense who's given up a record-setting 5, 10-plus lead with over a 96 percentile of winning at that point in the game. You think that they would learn not to give them that high of a percentage anymore when they get in that situation. I heard a Giants fan go on a rant and saying he'd rather them be leading by a field goal instead of by 10. They might win those games then. And it happened in all three of the games in our division. Packers, Bears, Lions. They had a 10-point lead on all of them. And we all had to come back and win. Ours just took overtime. And if Kafka was smart, it would have took a touchdown, not a field goal to tie it. But he wasn't smart. He got stupid. He went for that fourth down touchdown in the red zone. That's his fault. You take the points and you force the Lions into a touchdown situation, and it would have changed the game. Instead, they go for the fourth down. It gets deflected away by Rock Ya-Sin to Daniel Bellinger in the back of the end zone. And lo and behold, we're able to drive down and have a Jake Bates 59-yard field goal. I was watching that Eagles fan that always complains, and he was saying, "Oh, Jake Bates sucks, Jake Bates sucks." And he hears the announcer say, "Well, he's made 37 in a row so far for Detroit since he started kicking." And he goes, "What? I didn't know he's that good." And then he hits the 59-yarder, and he's like, "I didn't think he had the leg." Well, that's basically the whole game in a nutshell. I mean, we weren't perfect on offense. We weren't perfect on defense. Again, opposite Aiden Hudson, that side of the line disappeared. Aleem was doing a good job clogging the middle lane through the middle, but they weren't collapsed in the pocket really. That's why Jameson Williams had all day. Hutch had an elite day, regardless. I'm going to get into that right now. Yep, I still sleep like a baby at night. Let's get into the other parts of it. Amon-Ra St. Brown now owns the second most receptions, and that was before the game. He now sits at 505. He got his 500th reception within the game. 5 more, he ties Michael Thomas, Slant Boy, as the most receptions in a 5-year season. Good to see you, Steve Bauer. Back to our little tidbit. I gotta take this off for a second. 7th NFL player to rush for 10 touchdowns in each of the player's first 3 career seasons. LaDainian Tomlinson, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, Eric Dickerson, and Earl Campbell. Jahmyr Gibbs is with that. And we're only at week 12. Jahmyr Gibbs is the 6th player in NFL history to log 950 rush yards, 10 touchdowns, 375 receiving yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns through the first 11 games of the season, joining Christian McCaffrey, Todd Gurley, LaDainian Tomlinson, Priest Holmes, and Edgerrin James. Jahmyr Gibbs is the first player since the NFL-AFL merger to accumulate the following stats over any 3-game span: 400 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns, 180 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Jack Campbell is the first player in franchise history to produce a season with 100 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles since at least 1994, when the data began being collected. In other words, probably Chris Spielman was the other one. Aiden Hutchinson completed his 50th career game in Week 12. Hutchinson joins T.J. Watt as the only players in NFL history to accumulate at least 37 sacks, 4 interceptions through the first 50 games of a player's career. So we had some milestones met. I see Mark Elmore. Thank you for the like out there. Don't know where you're watching it, but I appreciate it. So, back to the comments. That's what's up this week. So we only had 4 people not practicing. And once again, those 4 people are Graham Glasgow, Kirby Joseph, Lee Freeman, and Brock Wright. Lions will be wearing the throwback this weekend on Thanksgiving. And Dan Campbell says there is enough time for Terrion Arnold to clear concussion protocol before Thursday, but he still needs to get through each step. In other words, he got past the first step on Monday. In other words, he wouldn't be out there practicing. There's like a series of tests when they've been concussed for that long. So that's basically the news in a nutshell. I got it done in 12 minutes because the comments disappeared. I don't know what happened there. Hmm. I don't know if it's StreamYard. I don't know what's going on. But I have 28 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button out there on whatever platform you're watching. It could. Don't discount the Bears. They're doing well, but they're coming into their tough part of the schedule. It is a tougher schedule. I've said that. I think the only easy game on their schedule left is the Browns. Yeah, we get to see how Sugar does versus a good defense. He's announced the starter versus San Francisco. I think it will be too. I keep hearing that Josh Jacobs is good enough to go, but that's not the same. That is not the same as he's ready to go. He missed practice with his knee again. He may not be going this week unless he gets practicing. I don't expect him to because I know tomorrow's a day off. So we'll see what the injury report says tonight. But Mother Nature is calling. So I'm going to do something real quick for your listening pleasure.
Jeremy B spitting wisdom through the mic. Motor City Lions ready for the fight. Dust the haters off, hear that roar in the night. One pride rising up, we shine so bright. So huddle up, lean in, lend an ear. This thunderous voice you gotta hear. Detroit's roar ignites the night. One pride, we're ready, yeah, we're taking flight. Voices rising, man, it's pure delight. Proud and strong, we'll always unite. Podcasting strong, we break out like a beast. Talking plays and dreams, never settling for least. From the crowd's energy, we fueled and increased Detroit's heartbeat in the joy we feast. So let the stadium shake, hear the sound. With Jeremy leading, we're glory bound. Detroit's roar ignites the night. One pride, we're ready, yeah, we're taking flight. Voices rising, man, it's pure delight. Proud and strong, we'll always unite. So tune in tight, let the stories unfold. With Jeremy B, watch the night glow.
Oh, sorry about that, boys. Heard the music going, and my mouse automatically clicked it off on me. Tried to make it so it would loop so you guys wouldn't miss any dead air. I'm looking forward to a good game this weekend. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, we had one hell of a set of milestones to go through. We also have a few stats up here. You know, right there, Jahmyr Gibbs, 155 carries, 951 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6.1. It's established the run and use the play action. That's what works for the Lions. If we don't do that, we're hosed. They have not been activated, but they could be. They are full go at practice. Davenport and Pascal, as well as Miles Frazier. Amon Ra, 75 receptions, 884 yards, 9 touchdowns, 11.8 yards per average. Jared Goff has thrown for 2,769 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. That was his 5th interception yesterday, and everybody acts like it was his 20th. Aiden Hutchinson, 18 solo tackles. This doesn't include his assisted. 8.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. You want to talk about a season? This is Jack Campbell's stats. I did the full thing because all it showed was the solos. He has 108 total tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery. He's having a season. Like a monster season. And it's that time to do the breakdown of the division. And we'll start at the bottom because we all know who's at the bottom. They can get Gold Buck in 3rd place at 7-4. The Detroit Lions. In 2nd place at 7-3-1. It's FT. Fuck the Packers. And in 1st place at 8-3, it's the Bears. I believe it is. Yes, it is his 4th season. This is his last year on the roster. If he can't do something at the end of the season going forward, like stay healthy and contribute to this team, I doubt he's on the team next year. Well, this has been Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. Tomorrow will be my pregame show, so if I got a co-host with me, that'll be great. I don't even care if it's Kitty Ken because we are facing them. Yep. He's here in spirit every show. How you doing, meow? Meow. Or if it's No Thumbs Leonard to bitch about how his team But thanks everybody for tuning in. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. I want to say thank you to A-Dub for subscribing to the channel as more people come over from the huddle, because this is going to help all of us grow. Peace, love, and chick grease.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.